Simula po sa araw na ito, nagtitipon po tayo upang ilunsad ang isang programang pang-edukasyon ng bansa, ang K-12 Basic Education Program.
So hello guys, andito na naman po tayo sa panibagong video presentation report at for today's video ay tatalakayin, uunawain at iintindihin po natin ang programang ipinahayag ng ating pamahalaan sa larangan edukasyon, ang K-12 program. So ayan, magsisimula na po tayo. So andito nga po ang ating learning objectives. That is to understand the background and the reasons of implementation ng K-12. Ang susunod ay yung key features and most lastly, the public opinion and the perspectives. Ayon sa isang Facebook post ng late former President Benigno Aquino III ay naninindigan pa rin po tayo sa ipinangako nating pagbabago sa edukasyon. Ang gawin nitong sentral na estratehiya sa pamumuhunan sa pinakamahalaga nating yaman, ang mamamayang Pilipino. Sa K-12, tiwala tayong mabibigyang lakas si Juan de la Cruz upang mapaunlad hindi lamang ang kanyang sarili at pamilya, kundi maging ang buong bansa.
What is K-12 program? The K-12 program covers kindergarten and 12 years of basic education, 6 years of primary education, 4 years of junior high school, and 2 years of senior high school. So, sinasabi dito na ang K-12 program daw ay nagsisimula siya sa kindergarten hanggang matapos siya sa grade 12, which is senior high school, to provide sufficient time for mastery of concept and skills, develop lifelong learners, and prepare graduates for tertiary education, middle-level skills development, employment, and entrepreneurship. Under K-12, what is the role of senior high school? Senior high school covers the last 2 years of the K-12 program and includes grade 11 and 12. In senior high school, students will go through a core curriculum and subjects under the track of their choice. So, dito sa senior high school, dito sila pinapapili ng 5 main tracks na pwede nilang gamitin pag tutungtong sila ng college, which is ABM, STEM, UMS, GAS, and TBL. Sa limang to, dito nila madedetermine kung ano nga bang gusto nilang kuhain sa college. So, kapag ABM ka, dito na papasok yung mga accounting, yung mga pagsosolve-solve. Sa STEM naman, kadalasan dito pumapasok ang matatalino. So, sa UMS naman, dito naman pag magpupulis ba, ganun. Dito naman sa GAS, dito papasok yung mga hindi pa mga undecided na kurso na kukuha nila sa college. So, dito naman sa TBL, dito naman papasok yung mga electronics, yung mga home economics, yung mga ICT, yung mga ganyan. Sa TBL sila papasok.
When is K-12 implemented? Ang K-12 program is na-implement siya sa mga public schools noong school year 2012 to 2013. Yung mga estudyante na grade 1 noong school year na yon, sila yung unang batch na sumailalim sa buong K-12 program. Bali nadagdagan ng 2 taon yung kanilang pag-aaral mula sa dating 10 years, which is 6 years sa elementary, 4 years sa junior high school. Ngayon na naging 12 years na nga kasi nadagdagan ng 2 years sa senior high school. So, sila yung unang batch na naka-experience ng 12 years education dahil nga sa K-12 program. Then, yung mga grade 7 students that time naman, noong school year 2012 to 2013, sila yung unang batch na nagtapos under ng K-12 program. So, yung mga grade 7 sa batch na yun is graduate sila noong school year 2017 to 2018. So, sila yung unang batch na graduate under ng K-12 program.
So, punta naman po tayo sa stages in K-12. So, ang pinakauna dito is yung Universal Kindergarten. So, yung Universal Kindergarten, nagpo-provide siya ng early childhood education para sa mga batang 5 years old and above. So, mas nagpo-focus siya o mas nagpo-provide siya ng learning about social, emotional, physical, at cognitive skills. So, kapag sinabi natin social, it's about interaction, communication, and engaging themselves to other students. So, kung paano ba sila may kipag-communicate, verbal or non-verbal. Next is yung emotional. So, tuturuan din sila kung ano-ano ba yung mga iba't ibang uri ng emotions and kung paano ba sila magkakontrol sa mga emotions na na-feel nila or nararamdaman nila. So, next is physical. So, when we talk about physical, it's about either internal organs or external body parts. So, next naman is yung cognitive skills. So pag sinabi natin cognitive skills, it's a processes of thinking, learning, remembering, reasoning, and paying attention. So kasama na rin dito yung mga tasks tsaka yung mga decision na ginagawa nila or gagawin nila. The second one is the primary education or elementary. So sa primary education, nagko-consist siya ng 6 years. So sa primary education, mas nagfo-focus siya sa foundational learning. So may mga subjects na rin siya, which is yung math, English, science, makabayan, tsaka Filipino. So, pinaka-ini-aim ng primary education sa mga estudyante is about literacy, numeracy, critical thinking, at saka communication skills. So, pag sinabi natin literacy, it's about ability to read and write. So, yung mga students is tinuturuan sila mag-comprehend, mag-analyze, saka gumamit ng mga various forms ng communication skills or ng written communication. So, yung numeracy naman, so parang ano lang din siya, parang math. So, tuturuan na rin mag-add, mag-subtract, mag-divide, mag-multiply, and so on and so forth. So, kasama na rin dito yung subject na algebra, geometry, or statistics. Then, next naman is yung critical thinking. So, it's about pagka-construct ng mga reason about the arguments or decisions, pagre-recognize ng mga biases, and pag-evaluate ng mga evidence. And lastly is yung community skills. So, community skills or pag-i-interact kagaya dun sa una na tinuturuan din sila habang bata pa ng pakikipag-usap. So, kung paano sila magre-resolve ng mga conflicts
Choose ng public opinion. Doon naman tayo sa facts. Dito tayo sa research base. Sabi dito, Mohammed N. 2016 stressed that some parents view the program in a negative light, which gave them and their children a different burden, both physically and financially. But some parents viewed the program positively and thought that it helped learners to choose and decide the career that best suit their skills. Furthermore, the study showed that different perspectives of parents, teachers, and students in the implementation of the K-12 program. What is noted more importantly is that despite the differences in views, it was noted that many believe the new K-12 system in the Philippines is not just about a stretched curriculum and the addition of financial stress on the parents, it also targets and enhances children's progress in future too.
So, dako naman tayo sa Danao sa mga pangyayari ngayon tungkol sa issue ng K-11 and K-12. So, next. So, senior high offerings in colleges. There was a time where K-12 was being accepted into local universities, but as of now, in 2024, there is no more senior high offerings school program in state local universities. There might be still, but with the exclusion of the included voucher. So, sabi dito, may mga universities or may mga state colleges ang hindi na tumatanggap ng senior high school program or wala ng senior high school program sa kanilang facility. So, meron pa rin daw, pero wala na yung voucher or tinatawag na voucher ng DepEd voucher na binibigay kapag mag-a-apply yung mga students sa grade 11. So, yung voucher yung gagamitin nila para mapag-aral sila. So, the VERA clarified concerns on the continuity of the K-12 program after CHED confirmed that many state universities and colleges and local universities and colleges have removed the senior high school program from their offerings. So, ayan na. Kinonfirm na nga ng CHED na may mga state colleges or local universities ang nagtanggal na nga ng senior high school program sa kanilang school. And next.